I think the most impressive thing about the session was, in a word, the diversity of the presenters and the diversity of the topics. The topics ranged from new technology development to how do we operationalize that technology and put it into good use, and all the things in between. How do we deploy it? How do we communicate with it? How do we take the data and make information out of it? So it was really quite a I think, unique and very important meeting. There were undertones of, I think, I would almost use the word a revolution in our industry, in that, broadly speaking, maritime security and the ways we work in the maritime environment, and in a word that would boil down to autonomy, to taking humans and human decision making out of the loop and trying to put it into the hands, as it were, in smart systems of autonomous vehicles, autonomous systems that will do things like wide area surveillance for us without having humans continuously in the loop and controlling those systems. Taking humans out of the decision-making loop and the control loop allows for 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week surveillance, which is, I wouldn't say impossible with humans in the loop, but it's problematic. And with advanced smart systems, artificial intelligence, and those kinds of tools, emerging tools still, pattern recognition, all those kinds of tools that are really becoming more and more robust and mature, we can do autonomy. Now we can look, I should say, to the near future with autonomy as a realistic endpoint. I think one of the most surprising things that we heard today is that the threats, or at least the perception of the threats, have not changed. They've not changed much in the last, I would say, 15 years. We still worry about improvised explosive devices on things like a ship hull. We still worry about scuba divers posing a threat. We still worry about small boats in big harbors running around large ships. We've had, of course, some attacks along those lines, but the threat hasn't changed much. The solutions are changing because we all know as a community we don't have the solutions yet. This conference, of all of the conferences I participate in, is unique in the aspect that it brings in industry, government, and academia on an equal footing. There is so much educating that's going on. The exhibit hall, for example, is not your run-of-the-mill trade show type of exhibit hall. Each exhibit, each presenter, each company, each nation, each educational institution are educating the visitors to their booth, to their exhibit. So there's, as I said, so much educating going on. That makes for a very different feel from a conventional trade show type of environment.